Hey, it's the Gratu Orloff television program. It's episode 359 of the Gratu Orloff television program here on the Gratu Orloff Broadcasting Network. Once again, we're coming to you live from the 7th floor of the Gratu International Building of Trade. We're up here in room 2 today. It's the movie theater room, and it's a really important day. It's April 22nd, 2020, in the year of our Lord. It's episode 359, and today again we're brought to you by this wonderful drink here, Bubble Up. It's almost 7-Up, but it's even worse. So drink it by the half quart. Bubble Up. It's the best drink you can ever drink. It's better than urine. And now with little more ado, here's Gratu Orloff. Yay! Hello. Why, it's the Gratu Orloff television program. It's Thursday, April 22nd, 2021. And, we're recovering from that wonderful birthday party. April 20th, 2021 was the 56th birthday of Gratu. Yesterday, I went over to Cosmic Comics in Grand Prairie and helped them organize their back issues. So I worked there about 6 hours and created a lot of new sections, alphabetized things, found comics that people had hidden away, and got everything back. Where now, I think if you're looking for something, you'll have a much easier experience. Are there batteries in this? I don't know. Let's see if this works. We're doing an experiment here on the Gratu Orloff channel to see if batteries that are 10 years old will still work. Okay, we need to get new batteries. So, let's go downstairs and rob some batteries from down there. I think I've got a bunch of AA batteries down there. So I'm going to go over there every Monday and Tuesday between 12 and 7 and work on processing their comics and kind of grading them and pricing them and putting them out where people can purchase them. Let's see, batteries. If I was a AA battery, where would I be? I would be in this drawer. And they're even Duracell, man. And it says there's a 10-year guarantee on these batteries, so that's amazing. Let's see if they work. If they do work, this will be a whole new era for the Gratu Orloff television program. Working batteries in this remote means I can more easily control the music. I call that building back better. We're building back the Gratu Orloff International Building of Trade better. Here's Pete the cat. How you doing, Pete the cat? You see yourself there? Pete the cat, ladies and gentlemen. Always stealing the show on the Gratu Orloff show. Oh, God damn.
Okay. All right. Yes, we can control the music now. Fantastic. How's that for technology? All right. So, what have we covered so far? Gratu has a job now on Mondays and Tuesdays, so that'll mean an extra amount of money each month for things for a while. And have you guys tried Fang? Breakfast drink for vampires. It's one of the official sponsors here on the Grouch Warlow show. And have you forgotten to pick up your 6-pack of Bubble Up today? Don't do that. All right. So when we last left off, we were looking at pictures. And I'm going through pictures and determining what to save and what to frame and all that kind of stuff. Let's put the box of Cocoa Puffs over here because we're building back better and we don't need clutter. No, don't chew on that. Pete, don't chew on that. Here's Pete the cat being bad. I wasn't bad at all. Yeah. Don't chew on that Japanese shit, motherfucker. Came all the way from Japan to be chewed on by a little cat? Come on, you don't want to do that. Okay, what do we got here? Some bizarre creature. Is there even enough light to see this? Let's get closer to the light, shall we? All the lights are burning up there. Yeah, it's some kind of weird creature thing. I hear the government's getting closer and closer to disclosing that UFOs are, in fact, real. That should be great. Okay, so that's that picture. Oh, and here, these were at Big Lots. Set of 3 seasons of The Untouchables for just like $5, and seasons 1 to 4 to Have Gun Will Travel. Amazing. Let's see, what do we have here? Would this look good in a frame? Oh, you know that Hedy Lamarr wax figure I've got in the other room? When I bought that in the mid-90s, this is a photo of what I also got this Jean Harlow, and that was the Jean Harlow face. She was a lot more beat up, and she was in a reclining position, so you can, yeah. I gave that one away. Foolish. Okay, here's another thing that would look good framed in a movie theater room. My wife's really not that thrilled about that funeral home in Illinois. No, the fuck was it? Indiana. All mind is going. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We're still looking. Problem is, the entire country has fallen apart. Not recently, over the last few decades. So no matter where you look for homes, anywhere, either the houses are going to be astronomically expensive, or there's going to be some problem with the town. Either it's going to be completely, the downtown will be completely deserted and destroyed because Walmart has come in and destroyed the whole community, or it will have some horrible drug epidemic or crime, and it's like every community has been destroyed. And so when I don't know, I don't want to get into some political rant, but it's like, is there any part of the country that has not been destroyed by people making money and greed, politicians indebted to other countries? It gets more and more discouraging. You'll find an amazing house. There was this great house. My wife calls it the Hammer House because it was all Victorian, and the people inside, the decorations, when you look at the pictures on Zillow, which is a real estate website, they've got all these Hammer posters in there. So these are people that really like us that are into horror movies. They're trying to sell the house, and you're like, well, why are they selling the house? It's cool, you know. It seemed. And then you look at the crime, because if you look at, there's one site, real estate site called Trulia, and on that site you can click on crime. There's a little tab, you click on crime, and it'll give you all the police reports from just like about a block around that particular property. And I know it's very specific because I've tried it on this building's address, and I tried it on my friend's mom's house, which is just half a mile from here, if even that. And you get different crime there because it's specific to there. And you know, when we look up the crime on this house, because it was affordable and it was so cool, and it was like all these, you know, home invasions, and they must have stolen every car in that neighborhood at some point in the last 3 months. I can't imagine they have that many different cars to steal. Maybe they're stealing the same cars over and over again. I don't know. But anyway, it's very I'm depressed. My wife's depressed just at the state of the country. And but we're building it back better, so we're gonna be great now. You know, Trump said "Make America Great Again," and he was actually trying to do things, and then but build back better. That's great. Build it back better. This is a cool picture. Would look good in a little cheap dollar store frame. That's what I'm doing. These are all things that have been copied on a computer printer from the internet. And the question is, which one of these, if you just threw it in a little frame from the dollar store, would look cool on a wall or in a workshop? That's what I'm going through here. Here's a picture of a depressed lady listening to the jukebox. Yeah, this is the Jones Drugstore. When America was great. Iron coffin, 52 tons of rolling death. Big Daddy Roth, the kids that grew up with Rat Fink in the early 60s, when they got drafted, Big Daddy Roth provided, his company at least, provided them with new decals. This one was actually better in color. You got Godzilla and Gamera in the background. I still have to finish Godzilla vs. Kong. Or Kong vs. Godzilla. However it's supposed to be. This is good to put in those frames where you're supposed to put different pictures of your relatives. Okay. Where's my freaking thing? The Al Bello Review. Definitely worth framing. Available for motion picture or TV production, Count Dante, the deadliest man alive. Famous grandmaster of judo, karate, boxing, wrestling, gung fu, kempo, dim mak, etc. Is the only undefeated fighting arts master in the world. Is the only person ever to be awarded the title the world's deadliest fighting master by the World Federation of Fighting Arts after a 7-day contest in China in which 13 of the 34 various fighting arts masters were killed. There's his phone number. I don't know if it still works. God help the person that has that number now. I imagine they get a call for Count Dante every so often, huh? Alright, so they're trying to sell the Munsters card game. And I guess they couldn't get Fred Gwynn, so they got an amazing simulation. That guy is tall. That's pretty cool. Official All-Star Wrestling card. The Sheik versus the Butcher. I'd go to that wrestling match. See, you just don't have entertainment like this anymore. Wild Bull Curry versus the Mighty Igor. Dandy Dan Miller versus the Great Kojika. Extra added attraction. Midgets. Plus 350-pound crybaby cannon versus Ivan Kalmakov. Okay, come on in. The revolution's fine. Join the Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Medusa, and the Wonderful Wasp. Oh yes, and the lovely lady on the left calls herself the Valkyrie. Alright, so a women's lib ad from Marvel. Alright. Queen, not Queen of the May, but Queen of the Mayhem. Mystery Girl of 1947. None of these, I don't have duplicates of any of these. Sometimes I would press and print two, but apparently I didn't on any of these. So the ones I have duplicates, I'm starting to make a separate pile over there so I can throw them in as extra stuffing and random act of kindness packages that I may start sending out very soon, because I've been getting so many here at the Gratu Orloff International Building of Trade from wonderful people. Graphic Man and Captain Strangelife and See the Amazing Genie, shown alive, the world's weirdest wonder. What do we have here? This weird world, truth is stranger than fiction. Ain't that the truth? Can you imagine the reality of what we're living through? Just the sheer insanity every time you turn on the radio or the television. The largest rat in the world. And it's alive. Like man, like Utica's way out in front. But you know, in the history book, it said it was a surprise attack. November 30th, 1941. But wait, I thought it was a sneak attack. I thought we didn't know it was coming. The president knew it was coming, but knew that, you know, we needed to be in the war, so he needed the people to be stirred up and angry, and so he allowed it to happen. How about that? Yeah. Funny the things that happen when you cut off a country's oil supply, what they'll do to you. Horrible. A couple of years ago, I remember coming home from work and seeing the guy in front of me had a sticker. He was a survivor of Pearl Harbor, and I thought I wish I had my phone where I could have taken a picture of that, because I doubt I'm not sure if there's survivors of Pearl Harbor anymore. There probably are, but not many. Oh, okay. This was the really cool ride at Six Flags. It was like a tunnel of love. You got on a little boat and you went in the water and through a cave, a real dark cave lit with black light and cool exotica music, and you had these little weird space aliens living in the cave. They called them spelunkers, and this one's looks like it's in the process of being built and being admired by some stewardesses possibly. But anyway, I've got a couple of copies of that one. But that may only have interest to people that are fans of Six Flags Over Texas. Sounds like the beginning of Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss.
Hey guys, the Radio Gratu band will be outside the Piggly Wiggly in Gratuville today.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Hold on. Here's Warner Brothers cartoons. Used to be great. You know, they're making new Warner Brothers cartoons and they're terrible. They're on HBO, Maximus. Horrible cartoons. One moment. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, a guy reading comics. Yeah, comic book reader. Questions and answers about the Fantastic Four. Big Daddy Rat. Now that's an amazing suit. Look at this phonograph. Monster Times proudly endorses Godzilla for president. There's some Marvel Comics stationery. All right. An introduction to Kirk Fu. Oh, this is a good quote from Kurt Vonnegut. Go into the arts. I'm not kidding. The arts are not a way to make a living. They are a very human way of making life more bearable. Practicing an art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow, for heaven's sake. Sing in the shower. Dance to the radio. Tell stories. Write a poem to a friend, even a lousy poem. Do it as well as you possibly can. You will get an enormous reward. You will have created something. Yeah, I intended to frame that. Thank God for the atom bomb. This is the first scientific proof of the existence of the radioactive atomic power of the Spirit of God in U.S. I'm sorry, in us. In us. Sorry, not U.S. We too are composed of atoms. I talked with God, and power, direct from the Spirit of God came into my life. If you would like to know how the power of God can come into your life, show us the name and address. Show us your name and address, and we will mail you free particulars. Psychiana, Department 10, Moscow, Idaho. Can you imagine getting a little flyer like that? See the only revolving bar in South California, the famous Rhoda Bar. And here's the Addams family's relative, this giraffe guy. They may have said his name in one episode, I'm not sure. That's cool. Very sinister picture of Walt Disney. It looks like he's in a Universal horror movie. Oh, I got 2 copies of that. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's real good. Because then I get send one. I have ideas. Okay. So tomorrow is supposed to be real rainy and stormy here in Grotuville. Look at that. When you see a Western, that's what they're supposed to look like. Guys, inbred looking guys like that. You don't see many Westerns that are really accurate. I'll get 2 copies of that one. Shit. Here's Patsy Cline. And we have a jukebox like that downstairs. Yeah. Imagine if there was a cartoon where they actually look like this. Damn it, that isn't the greatest illustration. That looks like the Moon Maid from Dick Tracy. Man. Nurse Chapel. That's right. I've got 2 of this Bela Lugosi one. I'll put one down here. One over here. Wolfman. Here's a casual Shatner. The Duchess. Amazingness. Oh, definitely need to frame this picture of Nikola Tesla. What's it say at the bottom? Nikola Tesla holding in his hands balls of flame. What a genius. Walmart, the enemy. My wife's mom sent some two pairs of slacks to me for my birthday. They just got here, so if you're watching this, thank you. I know that my mother-in-law subscribed to this channel. I kind of doubt she watches all my shows. Please, if you must mark up something, use these. Oh, they have so many graffiti artists. They're saying for mustache cartoonists, for eyeglass artists, and for I guess knocking teeth out. You imagine? I had to print the Drudge Report that day. Triumphant Trump. It was all bullshit. That was so brilliant. That was great. Well, maybe in some alternate timeline, things could be better. But we're not allowed to talk about that since we live in a dictatorship. And like, I'm not kidding. Well, I'm talking about my cat getting a rabies. Roll up your sleever. Why do I say that instead of the word that starts with V or S? Because I don't want to get in trouble with, you're not supposed to talk about things like that. So, when we're scared to talk about things, then do we have freedom of speech? I know when AJ, ALEX, last name JONES, from Austin, when he was kicked off of everything. And on Facebook, you could only mention his name if you were insulting him. If you said anything positive, you'd get in trouble with the head, that crazy, weird-looking shark-eyed motherfucker that runs it. Some old friend of mine got into this argument with my wife. He says, "Well, they're a private company; they can do whatever they want. You just start your own internet." It's like, well, insanity. Look at this picture. It's like, oh boy, he's just such a horrible man. He's such like a genius. I printed a bunch of them. If you're, I got 2 extra of that one. So. You hear this song? Can you imagine a song like that? Wow. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Hold on. Well, I hope that song isn't something that will cause me to not air my show in Cuba, South Korea, Iran, or North Korea, Cuba, or Syria. Now, Syria, if they just were able to watch the Gratu Orlov show, that maybe they wouldn't be sending all these missiles over into Israel. Okay, here's a kid reading comic books. How about that? Here's a kid selling comic books to these erudite young readers. Night Tiger Comics, hot book alert. Ties to the Falcon and Winter Soldier series and future MCU. Wait a second, what am I doing? Putting things in the wrong spot. Alright. When Halloween was fun. Amazing. And if record stores look like this, well, remember when they looked like this? That song is a little too X-rated. This Gratu Orlov show is G-rated, and that song is just a little too dirty, I think, for our network. Lots of cool imagery out there on the internet. All you gotta do is press print, and you got automatic pictures to hang on your wall. No excuse for these blank white walls. Vote for Batman. Would you vote for Batman or Godzilla? Well, actually, Godzilla president, vice president, Batman, right? Then can you imagine the fact that Kamala Harris is our vice president, how close she is to being the president, this cackling moron? The Marvel superheroes comic strips come to life are about to invade your living room. All the strip characters, the Incredible Hulk, the Mighty Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and 2 local Australian heroes, the Masked Marvel and Dynamite, will make their first appearance on TCN9 on Wednesday, November 16th at 7 p.m. Marvel superheroes are cartoons like the Flintstones and are beautifully drawn. I haven't seen the superheroes, but I'm told that despite their appearance, the Incredible Hulk is described as a lovable monster. They are lovely blokes who continue to fight against evil in the face of the most terrific odds. In America, the series has been tremendously successful. It shows 5 nights a week, and I've heard that parents and children fight to take up front row positions before the set. It will be interesting to see what happens here. Yeah, so this is an Australian article about the 1966 Marvel Superheroes TV show, which was amazing. And I'm still trying to get a complete set of it. So, wow. I was thinking that might be a man. Let's see. There was a time you open up the newspaper and you would see ads like this in the newspaper. I mean, America used to be great. America used to produce photographs like this. this is all proof of how great the country used to be. Look at this. Now, America looks like this. But they promised us we'd have a future like this. Kids used to have toys like this. Are you freaking kidding me? This is definitely something. Actually, I already did frame one of these. I just haven't put it up on the wall yet. I think this is great. Hey, with your bad self, use Mystery of Black and be as bad as me, James Brown. Holding spray, $1.75. James Brown uses Mystery of Black, so you know it's great. On sale at your favorite cosmetics store. James Brown is great. A cigar brings out the caveman in you. Okay. And you could win spaceships like this at one time in the United States of America. And at one time, women like this flew overhead. And movies like this played in your local movie theater. And Tirzah, Lady of the Wine Bath, existed. Oh, Tempest Storm passed away yesterday. She's probably, I've got 2 copies of Tirzah. She's has to be the biggest known of the biggest of the surviving burlesque strippers, however you want to call them. Now this is an amazing image, and I probably should print this in color before I frame it. You know, they made a model kit of this vehicle, and it's just great. I think color printers are relatively inexpensive now, and actually we bought a color printer. We just never figured out how to work it. It's sitting. We never figured out how to install the fucking color ink. It's probably fine. But I need to get a really super deluxe. Oh, I've got 2 copies of this picture, so maybe I can get that to someone. And oh, this one. Didn't I show this the other day? I think I've got more than 1 copy of this. Look at how great that is, Uncle Creepy. And look, they've got a Famous Monsters of Filmland down there. I wonder what the story behind that photograph was. This was a local FM station. If you've lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you remember KZEW. It had this amazing, distinctive, they call it the Zoo Freak. And it's this amalgamation of animals, and you'd see it on the back of lots of people's cars. I'm listening to records. I've got more than one copy of that one, so I'll put that there. Barnabas Collins. I'd like a copy of that painting of him, you know. I think they used to sell it in the back of magazines. That would be cool to have that Barnabas Collins, a print of that painting. What's the story there? It's some witch, you know, and they got all this space age stuff behind them. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a witch on a rocket ship. I bet that's what that's supposed to be. Probably from some children's book. Imagine having those. Wonder if any have survived. This is a great photograph. I've got more than one copy of that. Let's see what else we have. Clara, I think that's Clara Bow. 1967 Outdoor Health Queen. Here's Myrna Loy. Here's some they've apparently shot down a pterodactyl. I've got more than one of that picture. This is a picture I definitely need to frame. They got a big dinosaur with a cave girl on top of it. That tree's nose is sure phallic. Adam Man versus Superman. I think I'm gonna ring off. I'll be back real soon. Take care, guys.